Apologies and before I start for any background noise or anything you might hear coming from the upstairs. This is a very thin walled place, and so a lot of sounds are going to be generated through. And there are a lot of people here, so I'm just trying to do this as quickly as possible to get it done, over with, because it's been killing me that I put all this time into setting this up this lesson, and I haven't been able to do it yet. So now, if you don't know who I am Braun Newman, and this is my channel. Now, in my last video, my fiance and I touched on the issues of Planned Parenthood introducing abortion to the Girl Scouts of America at a huge pro-abortion rally, and our thoughts on that issue. You can reference that on my page by watching the video, and I hope if you saw it, you enjoyed it, and if you didn't see it, well, I hope you enjoy it. But today we're going to be working on our next few videos that involve, that are part of a series that we're calling the War of 38 and 39. This is not 2038 and 2039, so don't start, we're not putting a year on it. What it is, it's the 38th and 39th chapter of the book of Ezekiel found in the Bible, in which the prophet basically foresees a war or operation that's going to involve Israel getting surrounded by numerous Muslim nations and winning in a miraculous, God-inspired or God-intervened way. In this video, we're going to touch on things like the Arab Spring, the Caliphate, and this holy war between Islam and basically the rest of the world that has been circulating over the last few months, well, the last couple years actually, but has really escalated in height over the last couple of months, I'd say, since the beheading of the British soldier in Britain by the Muslim guys, the French terroristic attacks, and of course, as we all know, the Boston bombing. Now let's start with the current epicenter of where all this crap is happening. It's in Syria, Damascus, and basically whether or not it's the Muslim Brotherhood, who we're about to touch on here in a second, is up for debate. But obviously, Senator John McCain has basically said that it is not the Muslim Brotherhood, and that they're actually just people who are everyday citizens fighting for their rights against the evil, oppressive regime of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. I don't exactly agree with the senator, and the following is basically my views on the eerily similar things between the Muslim Brotherhood and the Caliphate Kingdom, the Muslim Kingdom, and the Ottoman Empire, and what is going to be the precursors to the War of 38 and 39. Now, just come with me for a second. I gotta turn this around. This is the symbol of the Muslim Brotherhood. It's a big green circle with two sabers with some Islamic writing at the bottom. And I believe these are the people who are causing the Syrian who are the Syrian rebels against Bashar al-Assad. No, I'm not saying that Bashar al-Assad, but in any way, shape, or form is or should be in power. I'm not saying that he's the good guy or anything like that. I believe Bashar al-Assad is evil. I believe he is oppressive. But I do believe he is also under the guise of Tehran. And Russia has already agreed to back him up, but that's going to be talked about later also. Now, the Muslim Brotherhood has already taken out 3 very long office-holding dictators, I guess you can call them. As in Hosni Mubarak, Muammar Gaddafi, and the guy from Tunisia whose name I'm not even going to try to pronounce because I'd never be able to get it. I've actually tried for maybe 20 minutes trying to figure out how to pronounce this guy's name, and I just could never do it. But these guys have been overthrown, and I saw something on the History Channel, watching it about the Muslim Empire, and in a map they showed looked very familiar to what is happening now. Now, if you will come with me a moment so I can turn this back around, I can show you what I am talking about. You see all of this orange right here. All of this orange right here is the old Muslim Empire. Basically, the empire that was under the Caliph of Islam. That was the ultimate ruler of of those lands, which extended from what does it look like? As far west as Portugal, as far south as the southern reaches of Libya, it looks like, and then everything east from about Egypt all the way to about Afghanistan is what that map looks like. So now if I could find my other map here that I made, this map right here is so far the ones that have either been taken over by the Muslim Brotherhood, currently under attack by the Muslim Brotherhood, or is directly involved with the Muslim Brotherhood, helping to create this Caliphate Muslim Brotherhood Empire. And I will show you that in a second, and I will name them. They are Tunisia, Libya, Egypt, Syria, Turkey, which just held its first public outcry against the government that is very reminiscent of an Arab Springs beginning, as it has in all of these places, other than, well, Iran. But I'm going to tell you right now, Iran is the problem. That is it. If all of this is because indirectly due to Iran and the Saudis aren't helping. So now here's that map. Now I left Iraq for a very specific reason, and that's because the Americans right now are occupying it. It has not been able to be overran due to American occupation. So the Muslim Brotherhood, nor Iran, has not taken over Iraq. Now, if you can look at these two maps, you basically see Tunisia, Egypt, Libya, Syria, parts of Turkey were under the original Caliphate, and the Ottoman Empire was originally, the capital of that was Istanbul, which the capital of Istanbul is currently Istanbul, Turkey. Or, well, Istanbul is currently the capital of Turkey. Let me say it like that for the moment. Now, now you might be asking, why is this whole Caliphate Empire important in Ezekiel 38 and 39? Well, if you don't know Ezekiel 38 and 39, and you're not, somebody who is overly interested in the Bible, or you're somebody who is just a novice and who doesn't really know much about it, it talks about basically 7 or 8 nations here. 7, 8, 9. It speaks of exactly 9 nations that will attack Israel. They call them Gog, number 6. They call them Gog, Persia, Cush, Put, Togarmah, Dedan, Sheba, Gomer, and Tarshish. The ships of Tarshish and her merchants. And I will get into a more in-depth discussion about 38, but basically Russia is Gog, Iran is Persia, Ethiopia is Cush, Libya is Put, Togarmah is Armenia, Dedan is from Saudi Arabia, and Sheba, the Queen of Sheba, was the queen of the Yemenis area in ancient times, which is basically the southwest little corner of the Arabian Empire, or Arabian Peninsula. Now, possible Gomers, there are 2 different ones, which people are kind of argue: is it Turkey or is it Germany? And there's a very big Tarshish problem. Is it ancient Tartessus, which is in Spain? Is it the possible, because it says the ships of Tarshish with their young lions. So people think because the lion is